Do you know, every year on 22nd May, people around the world celebrate the International Day for Biological Diversity, also known as Biodiversity Day. This special day reminds us that Earth is full of life in many beautiful forms, from tiny insects hidden in soil to giant whales swimming in the oceans, from green forests to colorful flowers. Biodiversity is the foundation of life on our planet. Human beings, animals, plants, birds, fish, fungi, and microorganisms are all connected in one giant web of life. If one part of this web is damaged, the whole system becomes weak. Biodiversity is not about the saving animals and protecting forest. It is about protecting our own future, our food, our water, our health and balance of nature that support life on earth. When we hear the word biodiversity, many people think only about the wildlife such as lions, tigers, elephants, or rare birds. But biodiversity is much bigger than that. It includes every living thing on earth. It includes plants growing in fields, bees pollinating crops, fish in rivers, bacteria in soil, and even the trees on roadsides. Biodiversity also includes the differences within species. For example, there are many different varieties of rice, wheat, mangoes, and domestic animals. This diversity helps nature survive changes such as climate shifts, diseases, floods, and droughts. Nature becomes stronger when it diverse. Imagine a world without biodiversity. Forests would disappear, rivers would become polluted, food supplies would decrease, and many medicines would no longer exist. Human life would become extremely difficult. Biodiversity gives us oxygen to breathe, food to eat, medicines to cure diseases, clean water to drink, and fertile soil to grow crops. Without biodiversity, life on earth cannot survive. Forests are one of the greatest examples of biodiversity. A single forest contains thousands of species of plants, insects, birds, mammals, fungi, and microorganisms. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. They also reduce heat, prevent floods, and protect soil from erosion. Forests are home to countless animals and birds. Unfortunately, many forests are disappearing because of cutting trees, urban expansion, pollution, and illegal hunting. Every minute, large areas of forests are destroyed around the world. When forests disappear, biodiversity suffers and human life is also affected. Rivers, lakes, and oceans are also rich ecosystems filled with biodiversity. Fish, turtles, dolphins, corals, and many aquatic organisms depend on clean water to survive. But pollution from factories, plastic waste, sewage, and chemicals is destroying aquatic ecosystems. Millions of marine animals die each year because of plastic pollution. Sea turtle mistake plastic bags for jellyfish. Fish swallow microplastics which eventually enter the human food chain. Protecting biodiversity means protecting water bodies from pollution and waste. Insects may be small, but they play a huge role in biodiversity. Bees, butterflies, and many other insects pollinate crops and wild plants. Without pollinators, many fruits and vegetables would disappear. Scientists estimate that a large percentage of human food depends on pollination. Unfortunately, pesticide misuse, habitat destruction, and pollutions are reducing insect population around the world. This is a serious warning sign for humanity. Biodiversity is also depending or deeply connected to the human health. Many medicines comes from plants and microorganisms found in nature. Scientists continue discovering new compounds from forests and oceans that can help treat diseases. If species become extinct before they are studied, humanity may lose important codes forever. Nature is like a giant living laboratory that still holds many secrets. Climate change is another major threat to biodiversity. Rising temperature, heat waves, floods, droughts, and changing rainfall patterns are affecting ecosystems everywhere. Many species cannot adapt quickly enough and face extinction. Coral reefs are bleaching because oceans are warming. Polar animals are losing ice habitats. Birds are changing migration patterns. Climate change and biodiversity loss are closely linked. Protecting nature can also help fight climate change because forests, wetlands, and oceans absorb carbon dioxide from atmosphere. One of the most important messages of Biodiversity Day is that every person matters. Governments alone cannot save biodiversity. Scientists alone cannot solve the problem. Communities, families, school students, farmers, and ordinary citizens all have a role to play. Real change begins at the community level. Communities are guardians of local ecosystem. People living near forests, rivers, mountains, and agriculture lands often understand nature better than anyone else. Local communities can protect forests from illegal cutting, reduce pollution, and conserve water and promote sustainable farming. When communities work together, they can create powerful positive change. Farmers have an especially important role in biodiversity conservation. Sustainable farming methods protect soil, organisms, pollinators, and water resources. Reducing harmful pesticide use, planting diverse crops, and preserving native plants can improve biodiversity. Traditional farming knowledge passed from generations to generation often contain valuable lessons about living in harmony with nature. Schools and universities also play a major role. Young people are future protectors of biodiversity. Educational institutions can organize awareness campaigns, tree plantation drives, nature's walk, wildlife clubs, and cleanup activities. Students who learn to respect nature at a young age are more likely to become responsible adults who care for environment. Urban communities can also help biodiversity. Many people think biodiversity exists only in forests or villages, but cities are also sport life. Parks, gardens, roadside trees, ponds, and green rooftops can provide habitats for birds, butterflies, bees, and small animals. People can plant native flowers and trees around homes to support pollinators and birds. Even a small garden can become a mini ecosystem full of life. Reducing plastic waste is another important community responsibility. Plastic pollution harm wildlife on land and in water. Communities can organize recycling programs, avoid single use plastics, and encourage reusable materials. Simple actions such as carrying cloth bags, reducing littering, and recycling waste can make a big difference over time. Water conservation is also connected to the biodiversity protection. Communities can save water by fixing lakes or leaks, using water carefully, harvesting rainwater, and protecting rivers and wetlands from pollution. Clean water supports both human life and biodiversity. Wildlife conservation is not only the responsibility of wildlife departments. Communities living near natural habitats can help stop illegal hunting and wildlife trade. Many animals become endangered because of habitat destruction and poaching. Public awareness and community cooperations are essential for protecting wildlife. Another important part of biodiversity is respecting indigenous and local knowledge. Indigenous communities around the world have protected ecosystems for centuries. Their traditional lifestyles often focus on balance with nature rather than our exploitations. Modern society can learn valuable lessons from these communities about sustainable living. Technology can also support biodiversity conservation. Scientists use drones, satellite images, GPS tracking, and artificial intelligence to monitor forest and wildlife populations. Social media and online platforms help spread awareness about the environmental protection. Communities can use technology to educate people, report environmental crimes, and organize conservation activities. However, protecting biodiversity is not only about science and technology, it is also about changing attitudes and lifestyle. Modern society often focus on endless consumption and waste. People cut forests, pollinate, pollute rivers, overfish oceans, and destroy habitats for short term benefits. Biodiversity Day reminds humanity that economic development should not come at the cost of destroying nature. Sustainable development means meeting human needs while protecting the environment for future generations. Children also become biodiversity heroes. They can plant trees, avoid wasting water, protecting animals, and encourage others to care for nature. Small actions by millions of people can create enormous positive impact. A child planting one tree today may help create a greater future tomorrow. Pakistan is also rich in biodiversity. The country has mountains, forests, deserts, rivers, wetlands, and coastal ecosystems. Species such as snow leopards, Indus dolphin, markhor, and many migratory birds are important parts of Pakistan's natural heritage. But biodiversity in Pakistan faces threats from deforestation, pollution, climate change, habitat destruction, and pollution. Pakistan is also rich in biodiversity. The country has mountains, forests, deserts, rivers, wetlands, and coastal ecosystem. Species such as snow leopard, Indus dolphin, markhor, and many migratory birds are important parts of Pakistan's natural heritage. But biodiversity in Pakistan faces threats from deforestation, pollution, climate change, habitat destruction, and population pressures. Public awareness and community participations are essential to protect these natural resources. Around the world, many conservation success stories show that positive change is possible. Forest restoration projects, wildlife protection programs, marine conservation areas, and community led initiatives have helped recover endangered species and damaged ecosystems. When people work together with determination, nature can heal. Biodiversity is not a luxury, it is necessity for survival. Every breath we take, every meal we eat, and every drop of water we drink is connected to the biodiversity. Nature provides countless services freely, yet humanity often takes them for granted. Biodiversity Day is a reminder to appreciate and protect the natural world before it is too late. On this 22nd May, let us reflect on our relationship with nature. Let us ask ourselves important questions. Are we protecting the environment for future generations? Are we reducing pollution? Are we respecting wildlife and natural habitats? Are we teaching children to care for nature? Every person has the power to make positive changes. Communities can organize tree plantation campaign, cleanup drives, awareness seminars, wildlife protection activities, and sustainable farming programs. Religious leaders, teachers, students, social workers, and local organizations can all contribute to spreading environmental awareness. Working together create stronger impact than working alone. The future of biodiversity depends on human choices. If humanity continue destroying ecosystems, future generations may inherit a damaged and unstable planet. But if people choose conservation, sustainability, and respect for nature, Earth can remain beautiful and full of life. Nature does not belong to only one human. The earth is shared by millions of species, each playing a role in maintaining ecological balance. Even the smallest insect has importance in the web of life. Protecting biodiversity means respecting all form of life. As we celebrate Biodiversity Day, let us remember that saving biodiversity is not someone else's responsibility. It is everyone's responsibility. Governments, scientists, communities, families, and individuals must work together. The actions we take today will shape the world of tomorrow. The message of Biodiversity Day is simple but powerful. Protect nature, protect life, and protect the future. When biodiversity thrives, humanity also thrives. But caring for forests, rivers, oceans, wildlife, and ecosystems, we are ultimately caring for ourselves and future generations. So, this 22nd May, let us make a promise to become a friend of nature. Let us reduce waste, plant trees, conserve water, protect wildlife, and spread awareness in our communities. Even small actions matters. Together, humanity and build a greener, healthier, and more sustainable world where biodiversity continues to flourish for generations to come. For more videos related to animals and animal facts, do not forget to like and subscribe our channel ZooSphere. Do you know every year on